Everyone, it's Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Welcome. Thanks for watching my videos. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate the love and support. And if you guys want to hear more from me, you guys can check me out with Gunzo later tonight. Check out the Gunzo Sports Room. Check that out on Facebook. Check that out on Instagram. The Gunzo Sports Room. It's my friend Chris Gonzalez. He's a fellow podcaster. And he does a tremendous job. He does incredible work. And I have become a resident, on his show. So it's been a privilege. It's been fun. It's been very exciting. But today, there's been news in Major League Baseball that Mike Trout has a pretty rare back condition. And, I can see why he has this rare back condition for the simple fact that he has, for years now, been carrying this Angels team on his back. I mean, that's a heavy burden on someone's shoulders. It really is. And Mike Trout has spent his years, his precious years with the Angels, and it's really sad that this organization has wasted this man's prime. You know, uh, he could have been with a team that could contend for a World Series title, and it's a real shame that he is stuck with an Angels organization that really doesn't have um, the competitive fire or the desire to go places, to win a World Series title. So, I mean, Mike Trout's in one of those predicaments where he can't really escape this situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just too bad for Mike Trout. It really is. And I mean, this is a man who's in steady decline. I mean, it's hard for me to sit here and say that about Mike Trout, but I think Mike Trout is slowly and gradually seeing the end of his era in Major League Baseball, and that's not to take away anything from Mike Trout. I mean, this guy has all the individual accolades you could ask for, but he's never won a playoff game. And that's because the Angels failed to build around him. Now, yeah, you have Shohei Ohtani. Okay, I'll give the Angels that one. But what have you done, to solidify your starting rotation? What have you done to fortify the bullpen? Absolutely nothing, because that's why the Angels are so terrible, because their pitching hasn't been up to par. Their pitching is a disaster. And I mean, this franchise is an utter disgrace. I talked about it before. Where they made their mistake was firing Joe Madden. They fired Joe Madden, thought they would get better results, and they're still losing games. I mean, it's been a rough month of July. I think they're 3-15 in the month of July. If I'm correct, if I'm not, please correct me. But it hasn't looked good for the Angels at all. They haven't won many games in the month of July, and they haven't won many games this season. I mean, it's been a train wreck for the Angels, and they're a poorly run franchise because Artie Moreno, when he does decide to spend money and when he's not shy to spend on big name players, he spend on those who are well past their prime, and when he doesn't want to spend, he miss out on some of those who are in their prime, and some of these generational talent players that can, work well playing alongside Mike Trout. But I mean, this is a bad situation for Mike Trout, and I mean, we could also point the finger at Mike Trout because Mike Trout has been loyal to the Angels, despite the team's lack of success, and I think he's been too loyal to the Angels. Loyalty is something we like to see in sports, but it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. We have people that complain about a player not being loyal to an organization and choosing to go play elsewhere, and make a decision to team up with other players, and we criticize that player for doing so, you know, and then we criticize the player when he chooses to stay with one team and try to do it all with one team. So I mean, you can't really have it both ways. Either way, the player's gonna get criticized no matter what. It's kind of hard to sit here and criticize Mike Trout because he has that nice guy persona. He's a well likable player around the major leagues, and he's a class act, and he does it the right way. He plays the game the right way. But in the midst of another wasted season, Mike Trout not reinformed, but reaffirmed his commitment, to the Los Angeles Angels. And I don't understand why. I mean, it's going to come a point in his career where he has to move on. And if he is in any way pragmatic and comes to his senses and realize that he's running out of time and that he's on borrowed time, he would, be willing to move on from this team. Don't stay in a place where you're not going to win, because you have no chance of winning with the Angels. That's quite clear. That's all in front of our eyes, but Mike Trout has received, so much support from fans, from players throughout the league after the Angels head athletic trainer revealed the 3-time AL MVP had a rare spinal condition that could affect him, for the rest of his career. And when you hear that, that's a scary thought, right? It sounds like it could be a career-threatening injury, And I mean, Trout might have thought the whole thing was blown out of proportion, but I mean, that's not great news for the Angels. It really isn't, And I mean, the 10-time All-Star left a game against Houston on July 12th, I believe it was July 12th, with what was first called back spasms. Then he went, back on the injured list a week later with what was called rib cage inflammation. Now they're coming to find out that it's a rare spinal condition. But you know what? This dude has been pulling the weight for this team. He has done so much for this team, and for a very, very long time now, Mike Trout has been the face of this Angels organization, and they have done absolutely nothing, to, bring in pieces that can, complement his game. Mike Trout is a very, very good player, and his prime has completely gone to waste. His talent has gone to waste with one team. And now Shohei Ohtani, we can make the argument that Shohei Ohtani has surpassed him. That Shohei Ohtani is actually a better all-around player than Mike Trout is. Because we already call, sweat in my eye, we already call Shohei Ohtani the best two-way player in baseball. I mean, he does things that we've never seen, like, in decades, in centuries. This guy is that damn amazing, okay? He's an otherworldly talent. He has exceeded the extraordinary with his play, both with his bat and with his, ability to pitch. He's good on the mound, and he's good when he's up at the plate. Just an amazing all-around player. Just a gifted all-around talent. And, when his time is up with the Angels, I can see him walking away from the Angels. I can see him going to a team maybe like the Yankees. A place where he knows he can win a World Series title. I think Shohei Ohtani is tired. I think he is mentally and physically drained. I think he is exhausted. I think he's ready for a change of scenery. And I mean, it's just unfortunate that the Angels are wasting two of the game's best players, primes. It's hard to watch. It's crazy that this is actually happening. You know, as good as both of these guys are. You know, because you lack in other areas on your team. But when I heard the news today, you know, my immediate reaction was that Mike Trout's career could possibly be over. Or if it's not over, it won't ever be the same. And that's not something that Angel fans want to hear. I think if you're the Angels organization, you consider the possibility of trading both of them. And, you know, just move on. Just move on from these guys. Let them go. Let them go someplace else and try to win a World Series title. They deserve it. They deserve a lot better. You know, they deserve a lot better than the Angels organization, because the Angels organization is just, you know, a dysfunctional mess. It doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. So just let those guys go and let them play somewhere where they have a chance to actually win. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button. Do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button and join me for some more sports talk. I try to post a video every day. I try to keep up with the best content in the sports world. So please hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching this on Facebook, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about this whole Mike Trout, injury? What are your thoughts about Mike Trout and the Angels? Should the Angels consider trading both Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani? Write that in the comment column and we'll talk about it. But till next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Take care.